Okay? For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. See, he said, if you do these things, the things he told you in the scriptures, just like he told the disciples in Matthew 5, 6, and 7, he was giving them the game on what was good. Right? He was giving them the game, man, to what not to do and what to do. Do this and don't do that. Okay? He was giving it to them, man. Do these things, man. You should never fall, man. Okay? Go into the word fall. You shouldn't stumble in error. A mistake to sin. So you won't fall, you won't be sinning. If you stay to what the Lord has put forth, then you're gonna have a problem. It's only when you stray away from the Heavenly Father's word and you go into your own way of thinking and your own way of doctrine, then guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna sin, man. You're gonna fall out. Okay? You gotta trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's the times we coming in. Okay? We coming in that time where you gotta put fully trust in everything you read and that it's right, man. And we believe, man. Okay? It's Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. See, it says lean not to your own understanding, man, because, hey, the heart is deceitful. Among all is wicked, man. So how you gonna trust in your own self? Okay? Jacob do something, then you'll turn around and say, man, I don't even know why I did. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know what I was thinking about. Because guess what? Your goings are of the Lord. How could you know your own way? Okay? So that's why you gotta stick to the scripts, man. But the time is coming. It's trying times are coming. Okay? Jeremiah 9:23, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Don't glory in your own wisdom, your own way of thinking, man. Okay? Because the Lord, basically, when you read in Job 33, he basically sprinkled in your DNA what you was gonna do the next day. Okay? That's what he did. While you was asleep, slumbering on your bed, he sealed your instructions in your head of what you was gonna do the next day. Okay? So don't be trusting in your own wisdom. Trust in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. See, just cause you might be out here muscled up, strong physically, that don't mean that that you can't be taken out, right? Because did not when you read in the scriptures, all right, Jesse tried to take Absalom. He tried to bring forth Absalom to go with Samuel. But now he picked the purest one, which was David. The weakling, the weak, feeble-looking son. That's who he picked. So it ain't all about your physical physical might, man. And don't trust in it either. And it says, look, I'm gonna give you an example. Look at a lion. Supposed to be the king of the jungle, the most ferocious and courageous animal. And he'll fight to the death. But guess what? All that might he got, he still could be taken down by 4 or 5 hyenas. Okay, so you can't trust in that physical might either. You gotta trust in the Heavenly Father and the Son. Okay, and it says, let not the rich man glory in his riches. Don't glory in your riches, because it tells you in Revelation 18. The riches are in this country basically going to be brought to naught. You're not going to be able to buy your way out of no impending dangers that's coming in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time when the Lord brings Esau against you, because we got Jakes who have money. Okay, and I know you're gonna have some that try to use their money in that day to try to get out of certain troubles, man. You can't trust in that, man. You have to solely trust in the words of the Bible, man. And our people, they don't believe, man. That's why the time of Jacob's trouble is gonna be gonna be so beautiful to the elect men to finally get to see you people being crushed underfoot and trampled down, man. Because the Lord said, hey man, I stretched out my arm to you. Right? In Proverbs, the first chapter, he got his men on the highways and byways, you know, in all inclement type of weather, going through these afflictions, you know, walking that narrow path, looking to the right side and seeing the fire, dealing with the fire, and then you got to deal with the deep waters on the left side, man. Okay? And man, look, man, it's going to be beautiful, man. Because all the people do is basically they scoff, you know. They scoff, man. Back in Sirach 2:4. So whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So when these afflictions are brought on you, just look at them as these light afflictions are only for a moment. Okay? They're only for a moment. All right? So whatever happened to you, be cheerful that it's happening. Okay? It's only when you ain't catching hell when you need to be like, damn, I ain't catching no hell. You gotta be scared if you ain't catching no hell, because you be like, man, the Lord might not even be dealing with me. He ain't letting nothing happen to me. And then that day, man, you gonna have to go through it. Take it cheerfully, man. You know, take it cheerfully. When you read in Luke the 21st chapter, we're going to be brought before the magistrates of the government. And the scriptures say don't even take no thought of what you're going to say in that day, because the Lord going to put on you what to say. And whatever's going to happen, whatever's your lot, going to be your lot. Because you got to remember, the disciples, all of them was, but 2 of them was killed in a harsh manner. A lot of them, Stephen, a lot of them, man, were killed, man. You know? So, hey, man, you got to just cling to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, this is the way, okay? He said, I am the truth and he the light. This is it, okay? And that light is the scriptures. Putting that influence, this is the influence, the comforter, the words that he left. They are spirit and they are light, meaning they put that influence on us. That divine influence, man, to think upon the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? And it says, verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay? In that furnace of adversity, you are tried, man. Now, I'm gonna look up, let me look up that word adversity, okay? Let me look that up right quick. Here we go. These. Trying to pull up Miriam. Okay. Adversity. Adversity. Okay. Shit, it done went to a whole nother word. Man, I don't know. These phones, man. You still got these apps, man. You type a word in, you hit enter, it'll go to a whole nother word. Just be patient with me, brother. Adversity. This is crazy. Okay. A state of instant or serious continued difficulty or misfortunes. Okay. So when that time comes, when they come against you, when they bring that difficulty, okay, when they bring them serious difficulties on you, okay, misfortunes, mishap, tragedy, okay, you might be in a concentration camp, man. Esau might cut your arm off, man. You know, you gotta take that cheerfully, man. You know, he might cut your feet off like Toby, man. You gotta take it cheerfully, okay. Hell, he might cut your arm and with a let blood run in and throw you in the lion's den. You see? Now think about the adversity Daniel went through in the lion's den. He prayed to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai stood with him. Think about the adversity that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went through in that furnace of adversity. They was in a furnace of fire that was made hot by Nebuchadnezzar's men to the point it burned up those men, bringing them to the furnace. And they went in that furnace, man. And they stayed true to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They continued to worship him and reverence him in Yahushua. And he came down and stood in the fire with him. Made it feel like a whistling wind. They danced in the fire. Would never say it's seen a fourth that looked like the Son of Man. Okay? Man. And it says, verse 6, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Okay? It says, order your way aright and trust in him. And I think it said the same thing in Psalms. I want to say it's a Psalm back here. I want to say it's 38. 38. 33. Or is it 37? Psalms 37:3. Trust in the Lord Yahweh and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land. Verily thou shalt be fed, man. All right? So we trying to be fed right now. We trying to be fed right now with the scripts, man. With the word that he left. Okay? You know? And it says, was a word in there I saw. Believe. Man, let me hit that word believe. Let me type that in. Because it said believe in him. Okay? And that's a key thing, man. People, you don't believe, man. But that's because that's the main thing when you go in the scriptures in the New Testament, in Matthew the 12th chapter. I think it's Matthew the 12th. I want to say it's the 12th chapter where Yahushua was preaching and people started believing. And them Pharisees got mad, man. Okay? You got to believe, man. To consider to be true or honest. Believe the reports, accept the word or the evidence of. It's an acceptance, man. People don't accept these words. Now, when Yahushua was on the scene, that's why the Pharisees, they knew that he was that guy. But guess what? They wanted to keep their own little status with the Romans. So they was mad because the people was believing. So therefore, they wanted to bring him on charges on everything he did. Where it say what the people believe. Let's see here. It says right here somewhere where they believe. Somewhere where it say they believe. Or no, hold on. That might not be it. I think it's First John 11:45. It says, then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. So they accepted that was what was true. Okay, they accepted what they were seeing. Okay. They trusted in what they were seeing. They trusted in what they saw and what he was saying. And it says, verse 46, but some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. See, some of them went their own way. But you got people that didn't believe. Just like when we out here preaching, you got people that are basically sometimes they used to do it early on, like years back. They come to the camp. They would come to the camp. You preaching, they don't believe it. They run tell Cesare, tell people. They run tell the cops. you know, that you preaching hate. Same thing these people were doing back then. It says, but some of them went their ways to the Pharisees, or the Pharisee was an officer, okay, and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees of a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. Right? He was doing miracles, man. If we let them thus alone, all men will believe on him. See? That's why they always hindering us, man. It's a hindrance. Okay? We first used to come out. Now, this Constitution of America, they say you got a First Amendment right. It's freedom of speech. Then you got to assemble, right? Or you could do what they call a religious assembly. Okay? So that's why we out here. They're basically, ain't no laws for us just coming out reading the scriptures in the street. But the hindrance is when we started, the police used to always come up. They come up checking you out. You know, we know what they was doing. They was coming up trying to see that we have weapons and whatnot. Okay, to see that we saying anything what they could, because you gotta remember that Patriot Act came in after 9/11, which basically took the Constitution right out of the way. So when you see them came up to us, they were basically coming up trying to hear what we were saying, to see if we were saying anything where they could basically take us down. But we were just reading the scriptures, okay? That's the power of the Lord's word. You read the scriptures, man. Like it said, he'll put things in our mouth in Luke 21 that our enemies can't even gainsay against. They can't even resist and come against what we're saying, okay? They can't resist it. They can't come against it, all right? But it said, and they do us the same way, man. If they leave us alone, you're going to see more and more people wake up even faster. But the Lord going to make the people wake up anyway. So that's why the hindrance, they have these councils. Because I had a guy that know what goes on down there told me one day that they was trying to pass laws to get us off the streets here in Little Rock. Because it's me down here, you got the brother Gosh down there on the other end. And then you got, I think it's a sect out there in Southwest. I don't know who they with. They be having the microphones. But dude was telling me that they were holding council here in Little Rock to get us off the street. Okay? But that's the same thing. The thing they have been, look. Hey, man, this shit is crazy, man. I don't know about you, brother. Man, the last 2 or 3 weeks, man, the cops be riding by waving at you, man. Because I was told that the shoeshine man told me that they told him that they got to come watch him to make sure they protect him, and they got to watch them guys that be preaching, make sure nobody don't mess with him.